Hello everybody, this is Crystal Guardian here to do another tarot reading for the collective. I've basically been spending the last 3 hours trying to record the same reading over and over, and every time something happened. First I ran out of memory and the video kept shutting off. Then I deleted stuff, had the memory, and my mic cut out like 2 minutes into the reading, and I did a whole reading with no sound. So right now I'm going to do a reading. I'm not using the mic. I don't know if this is Mercury retrograde or somebody just really does not want that message to get out. But at this point, I'm switching the decks because it was basically the same reading coming out with similar cards over and over. So I'm going to try switching a deck. Maybe that was just a reading meant for me. Maybe it was Mercury retrograde. I have no idea. But basically, I'm at the end of my patience with that deck and that reading. So I'm going to be using Cosmic Insights instead. We'll see. Hopefully this records. If not, I'm just going to give up today because it's just not working out. But we'll see what happens. All right. So let's see what's going on. We're going to call in our guides, guardian spirit, ancestors. Please give us your divine guidance and wisdom in this reading today. Anybody sending negative energies our way, please return them back to the sender. We ask this in the name of the Most High. Thank you. Okay, so we're getting, they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. We have confessions. Someone has something to tell you. We have move on. Somebody is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. Open your heart. It will help you attract more love. So, with these coming out this way, I'm feeling like when this open your heart card comes out, it's not telling you to open your heart to this person that's coming back with this confession. It's telling you to move on and open your heart to other possibilities. Don't keep hanging on to this person because whoever they are, they're just going to waste your time. Okay, let's get more. And like I said, I don't know if it was Mercury retrograde screwing up my readings, but I've been having a lot going on this retrograde. Okay, we have fire signs coming out. Aries, Leo, Sag. So you could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. This person, that's too many. I'm gonna take the top one. This person that's coming back to make this confession could be a fire sign. We have patience coming out. A few more months. Good things come to those who wait. So this person could be coming back with this confession in a few months. Or you could be opening your heart up to somebody new in a few months. So we had sexuality come out, but it came out crossing. Someone is still figuring themselves out. So this could be the confession that are going to come in with towards you. Now, as far as figuring themselves out, it doesn't necessarily have to mean this person is like on the down low. This could just be that they were trying to figure out with other people. Like this could be this confession. It doesn't necessarily have to be that they're with somebody of the same sex. It can also be they're going to confess that they were off doing something sexually with somebody else. Okay, so now we have commitment here coming out. Things are getting serious. So I feel like this person, things could have been getting serious with this person. You could have been looking for a commitment. You could have even been in a committed relationship with this person. I feel like I'm getting like runner energy from this person. Like someone who's avoidant, afraid of commitments. So they went out to explore other things with this sexuality here. I feel like this is somebody who panics at the thought of commitment, but now they want to come back. I feel like they went towards someone else or something else, realized the grass wasn't greener, and now they want to come back in with this confession and possibly offer you a commitment, because I'm getting whatever they ran into out on the streets was a friggin' nightmare when they were out there trying to explore these sexual feelings that they were having. Yeah, this person was an avoidant. This person, you could have even been married to this person and they weren't committed to you. This is somebody who's always got something else that they think is better going on. Like, even if you were in a serious relationship with this person, in a commitment with this person, this is somebody who you would be committed to them, but they wouldn't be committed to you. This is an avoidant, somebody who tries to escape their problems. And how do they try to escape their problems? By running to a third party. So let's see what else we have coming out. This person felt like they were trapped by this commitment. We have trapped coming out in the reverse though. It says stuck, tied down, captive. So this was an avoidant that any thought of commitment to this person is going to make them feel like they're trapped. But now, with it coming out in the reverse, they ran from you. Now that you've walked away, now all of a sudden they don't feel trapped anymore. Now they want to chase after you. They want to come in with this confession. We have confessions coming out here and here. So they want to message you. It says unveiling, coming clean messages. Someone has something to tell you. So they want to come in with some kind of confession. They're now chasing you. I do feel like this is going to be about a third party situation. And this is only the reason that they want to come back chasing you is because you've now withdrawn from this person. And now that you've withdrawn from them, now they're starting to feel lonely. With conflicted here, this is somebody who's hot and cold with you. 1 minute they love you, 1 minute they're promising you the world. The next minute they're ghosting you, or you're catching them with third parties, things like that. This person has a lot of secrets that they're concealing. So even if they do come in with these confessions, they're not going to be 100% honest with you. This person was chasing a fantasy. We have fantasy coming out. It says daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. So when they left you to go explore their sexual feelings, whatever this was that got them, that they went out looking for, it was to fulfill some kind of fantasy that they had. They went and chased new beginnings elsewhere, but now whatever was going on didn't pan out. We have beginnings here. They want to try again, start over. They want an opportunity for a second chance with return here. So that's why they're going to come in with these confessions, because they're going to try to confess to you in order to return for a second chance. Whoop, that's too many. Okay, they've abandoned you. They walked away. They were very cold when they did this. They basically just left you out in the cold. I am going to read all of these. Spirit's telling me to read all of these. Whatever they did it to the max that they could do it. We have broken here. They left you heartbroken, shattered. Now they're hoping after they abandon you, they want to return with these new beginnings after chasing these fantasies, having these secrets. Now, broken is coming out in the reverse because they're hoping that they haven't shattered this connection to the point where it's unrepairable. They're going to come in claiming that they had cloudy judgment. They're going to tell you that you're their soulmate. They are spying on you. They're going to talk about foundations, family, security. They're going to say that they healed, that they're loyal now, that they've grown with the Nourish being here, that they were just in a heart fog at the time that they did this to you, and that they were with influences being here. They were listening to outside attachments. This is also about third parties. So they're going to say that they've healed now, that they're loyal, that they've grown, that they want to come in and give you this foundation, that they were in a heart fog at the time, that they messed up because they were influenced by outside parties, whether it be their friends, their family, this third party, but they do have these attachments. Now, whether you should believe this person, that's up to you. I don't really think that they've healed because this card here is telling you move on. Someone's unavailable, a waste of your time. It's over. We have silence coming out. It says frozen, no words, stonewall. So I feel like the reason that you want to come back is because you withdrew from the situation. Things are frozen between you. We have apology coming out in the reverse. This says forgiveness, return, sorry. This person is going to return. They're going to confess something to you. But I don't feel like they're going to apologize for it. Are they going to make excuses for it? Yes. They're going to make excuses. They're going to claim that they've changed, that they've grown, that they're now loyal, that they now want this foundation with you. They want to establish a real committed relationship with you. But they're not going to apologize. They're not going to take accountability. If they do apologize to you, it isn't going to be sincere. This person could even come in with some crazy commitment offer, marriage, promises of fidelity. So they're going to come back in with commitment here. They're going to give you promises of fidelity, of marriage. We have rejection here. This is abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. So if they haven't come towards you already with this, it's because they're afraid of being rejected, or they were rejected by the third party. Get more on this. I'm almost feeling like they were rejected by the third party who they left you for. They didn't care when they were putting you through this. We have pain here. They caused a lot of pain by doing whatever they were doing out here with this sexuality, that they were trying to figure themselves out, that they were in this heart fog, but now they're ready to commit and be loyal. They didn't give a shit that they were hurting you, that they were causing you stress. They felt like they had you on the hook with this one day being here, that they could like basically put you on a shelf, go out there, do what they wanted to do, screw who they wanted to screw, and that you would just be there waiting for them to come back. And when you walked away, when you gave them this silence, that put them in a shock. because they were not expecting you to finally get fed up with their bullshit and stonewall them. That's why now they want to come back in. At the bottom of the deck, we have boundaries. You've now drawn a line. You've had enough. They want you to have this open heart. But they were out here with these addictions, these obsessions. Now you've walked away. They're feeling hopeless. They're feeling confused because they thought they had you on lock. But they were out here with this ecstasy card, chasing thrills and good times, excitement. Now they want to have a second chance with you. With intuition being here, this is telling you follow your intuition. Don't just blindly believe what this person is saying, because I'm sure that they promised you things in the past. They're now facing karma for their actions. This consequences, cause and effect. So they're now facing karma for the way they treated you. Now they're in this feeling of loss, grief, and depression with sorrow being here. I feel like you've moved on, found your peace after reaching your breaking point. You've gained clarity in this situation. With only you being here, this is what they're going to promise you, that now it's going to only be you. But I feel like you've now gained perspective. You realize you're better off without this person. You're happy. You're in a clear headspace. This person is dwelling on memories of you. They could also be trying to bring up memories to get you to come back. But this person is still shallow, empty. They want to talk about possibilities with you. But this is also saying that they took risks. They wanted adventure. But those adventures led to an emotional storm. They're now in turmoil. They're unstable. Now they feel like they've been cursed. I feel like you've gained awareness of this situation with death being here. There's going to be, or there was, a lot of conflict between you. I feel like you're no longer compatible, if you really ever were compatible in the first place. I feel like you put distance between yourself and this person. You've released them. They're going to come in wearing this mask, trying to call your bluff, see if you really let them go. They're going to come in trying to charm you, tell you how you're beautiful, you're kind-hearted, they made a mistake, they should have never run from this connection, they were lusting after somebody else. Now I feel like they're shocked. I feel like they're shocked because they never thought that you would walk away, that you would always just be there on the back burner waiting for them to come along again and give you this commitment after they went out and did what they wanted to do. And I feel like when you got up and you walked away from this situation, they were not expecting you to do that. That was a shock to them. They thought that they could have you on the hook forever while they ran around the streets doing whatever they pleased. And when you walked away, they couldn't believe it, and that's the reason that they want to come in now with these confessions. We have bitterness coming out in the reverse. So, you could have been bitter and angry, resentful against this person. I feel like you're beginning to let that go now. You're just trying to move on with your life. You don't want to cling to this person anymore. I just feel like you've realized that the chemistry isn't there anymore. This person's done too much to you. There's too much water under the bridge. You don't look at this person the same way anymore. And that's what's driving them crazy, because you're not seeing them in the same light that you used to see them in. But like I said, you have free will. It's your choice to do what you want to do with this person. They were distracted. Now they're coming to realizations. They're thinking about things. They miss you. They're hoping that you'll forgive them. But this person is still arrogant, stubborn, and prideful. They're now looking at you longing for you, longing for intimacy with you, seeing you as this divine feminine. They're going to come in talking about building a family with you. If you already have a family with them, they're going to tell you how they want their family back. They're going to say you're their twin flame. This person's been holding back because they're hoping that time will dull your memory, basically, of what they've done to you. But I feel like, if anything, it's given you time to move on from this person. Like, they wasted so much time dicking you around. They're hoping that by letting time pass, your anger at them, your distrust of them will dissipate. But I feel like the opposite is happening. The more time that passes, the more you look back on the awful things they've done to you. And they're just going to come in and waste more of your time, basically. By the open up your heart here, I feel like this is for you to attract new love, to like basically move on from this situation. Open your heart to a new commitment elsewhere with someone else. I feel like you do have a new divine partner coming in. This person, if anything, was more of a karmic. They could have been your twin flame, because if they pushed you into spiritual growth, that's sometimes what the twin flame connection is about. It doesn't mean you have to spend the rest of your life with them, be with them through thick and thin, no matter what. What a twin flame will do is come in and push you to grow in your life. And then if they don't grow as well, they'll leave your life because you're not vibrating at the same level. Now, when they walked away from you, that could have pushed you into your growth. Now you're too vibrationally high for them, and they're at a low vibration. They want to come back your way. Now you rejecting them might push them into their spiritual growth. But that's not saying you should stick around and wait for them to mature and grow as a person, because you shouldn't be waiting around for anybody. You should be out living your life to the fullest, not waiting around for some jackass that can't make up their mind of what they want to do, what they want out of life, what they want out of a partnership, to grow up, because they might never grow up. And meanwhile, your whole life is going to pass you by. So like I said, with the patience here, I'm not getting that this is telling me to have patience for them to come back. I'm getting, says just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. I'm getting that in a few months, you're going to open your heart up to someone else. And that is where you're going to have a divine connection. That's where you're going to meet your divine counterpart. Not through this person where they're avoidant, they want to screw around sexually, then they want to come back in when things aren't going their way. They're going to give you confessions, but they're not going to be 100% honest. You need to just move on from that. By you moving on, having patience, opening your heart up, that's where you're going to find this commitment with somebody who is on your level, that you don't need to chase, that isn't going to run from you, that isn't going to be hot and cold, that isn't going to basically just dick you around so you don't know where you stand with this person. When you find a person that really loves you and is right for you, they're not going to make you doubt how they feel about you. They're going to make sure you know that you're a priority in their life. So that's the reading. If you liked it and it resonated with you, drop a like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next reading. Okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.